And a very good afternoon, everyone. Jeremy here on strategic.com.sg. Just want to post a video right now. Just not been posting for a while due to some outside commitments. But today is a very special event because for the month of May, the NASDAQ, which is usually the leading indicator of the US markets, has actually uh, given a short signal on the just yesterday, and I'm just going to go through the time frames to explain how we actually got there. So if you look at the chart format, for those who have seen these videos before, I have the 1 month on the top right hand corner, goes to the 1 week, the 1 day, and then the 4 hourly chart in that order. So I'll start off with the monthly chart, which is the long-term charts. And whatever that analysis is given here is in my webpage, quantstrategic.com.sg. So for the month charts, the story is pretty simple. The last big event that we had was the Lehman crash. And after the Lehman crash, we had a long signal right here at 1861 on the 1st of December 2009. And of course, at that point of time, we did not know what the target was. And of course, 12 years later, we hit a high of 16,771 in the month of December last year, last Christmas. And thereafter, if we can actually look at the monthly bars, we have actually pulled back to this level at 12953, which is the NASDAQ futures at the moment. And starting the month of May, breaking the pivot point right here. As you can see, this pivot point has been broken, and now we have a pivot resistance at 1738. This is a level that we have to break to the upside to get rid of this pullback. All right, so essentially this pullback, we're going to be targeting uh, it to go at the worst case scenario initially to gain some support at the 12,115 mark, which is the Kijun line on the Ichimoku cloud, and thereafter on the SSSA line on the Ichimoku cloud, then the SSSB line, which is the second support on the cloud line. So as you can see, since 2009, that the trend has been very, very supportive. The Ichimoku cloud has actually supported the entire move to the upside on the SSSA line. And also, you can see that the trend has also been supported by our super trend line, which I use as a buy sell indicator. As you can see, this blue line right here. And of course, it has been broken at the level of 12,955. So as a recap, a very significant event on the monthly chart on the NASDAQ 1 month, the long signal that has been issued in 2009 has now been invalidated by a short signal on the 1st of May, and the initial target is 12,115, and thereafter the support lines on the Ichimoku cloud, the SSSA and the SSSB lines. So continuing on with the medium-term charts, I use the weekly charts as the mid-term charts. You can see that the long signal was issued at a level of 9445, targeting new all-time highs on the 25th of May 2020, approximately 1 to 2 months after the pandemic hit. We had a V-shaped rebound, and if you had held your long position right here and got rid of it here on the break of the medium term charts at 14795 on the 17th of Jan earlier this year, to target this 12115, you would have made a total of 56.4% on your investment. All right, so from 2020 till today, it's about 1.5 years. This would have been your return, 56.43%. purely on the NASDAQ 100 and of course its related equities. So significantly, the monthly charts broke down on the 1st of May, but the weekly charts had an earlier signal. The short signal was in January this year. And of course, we're going to be targeting that 12,115 level, which is the Kijun support line on the monthly charts. So moving on to the day charts, this is the NASDAQ daily charts, which I think most of you reference yourself to. The problem actually started way back on the 1st of December last year. Sorry, there's a little mistake here. It's 2021 December. And this particular short signal started the entire downtrend that broke the weekly as well as the monthly chart. The level of short was actually at 16,000 and 4 points. And the initial target was 12989, which is a weekly pivot point on the medium term charts. From there onwards, the journey was all the way down until we hit a low of about 12956 right here. We tried to rebound, however, it was unsuccessful, and then now we have tested that particular low a second time, and we'll see whether this week we are able to recover. What is significant though is at the moment, the downtrend started in December last year, all right, and we want to see whether it's able to break above this pivot 14189 on the super trend pivot on the dailies. If we are able to break above this, we might get out of trouble. However, we tried once, it failed here, it pulled back. Right now we're going for a second try to break this downtrend. All right, so if this doesn't happen, we are expecting to target 12115, all right, which is the revised target for the day charts. All right, so on the day charts, the short signal came much earlier in December last year, and if you held it in a short, you would have also had a very nice profit, almost 3,000 points to the downside if you had held your short till the current moment. And in addition, I will also like you to see this visualization. As you can see, the daily chart, the Ichimoku cloud SSSA and B lines are right here. Okay. And when we had this particular short signal, we broke through the cloud, breaking the SSSB line. We have held below it. And even though we tried to break out of the cloud here, was unsuccessful, and it continues to go below the cloud right here, and this is what you call a downtrend, all right, where the equity is trying to push above the cloud but unable at all times. All right, so if you see this happening for the weekly charts as well as the monthly charts, then the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, if they do break the monthly uptrend cloud charts, and then it will be in a bear market. And of course, this is the NASDAQ 4-hourly charts where usually I'll take my positions for swing trades. It started much earlier, somewhere April the 5th, with a short signal, covered, tried to bounce up to the upside above the cloud, unable, and then another short right here. So this is usually where the shorts will come in whenever there is a uptrend and they try to break above the cloud, you get new short positions and then you continue shorting all the way down. So the short signal on the 4-hourly chart again is active. The last short was at 22nd of April last week, and the level was at 13818. And if you had covered your short here, very nice, 1,000-point short on the NASDAQ. All right, guys, so there we go. We have the NASDAQ on the US markets officially broken its long-term uptrend since 2009. Very nice uptrend. And if you have held your portfolio since the Lehman crisis, you would have earned a total of 600% or 6 times your initial investment holding this portfolio for 12 years. Everything has a endpoint. So this particular bull market lasted a nice 12 years. And as most of the time, I've actually told most of the people that follow me, all trends come in about 10 to 12 year tranches. The last time round in 2009, and before that 1997, the Thai financial crisis, 1985, the US recession, and then the 1970s, you have the Arab-Israeli wars, and you also had another crash back there. So another correction coming up probably within the next 6 months to the 1 to 2 years. So it has begun. We have formed the top here. We are not in the bear market yet. You want to see the NASDAQ trading below the Ichimoku cloud line, then you will see another correction. And of course, the weekly has to persist below the Ichimoku cloud line. So that hasn't happened yet. And although the day has already started right here, we are now trading below the cloud. And as well as the 4 hourly, we are trading below the cloud line. So if you'd like to read more about the Ichimoku, go ahead. It's pretty simple, a very good indicator to use. 4 signals here at the moment, short on the monthly at on the 1st of May at 13,025, short on the monthly charts at 1475 on January this year, short daily. Just last week, you had a signal on the 1 day and the 4 hourly. All right, so guys, have a good holiday, and I'll catch you again very shortly. Remember to go to my website, www.quantstrategic.com.sg. All charts and updates on Bitcoin, US dollar, silver, gold, oil, so on and so forth, and as well as the STI, Singapore stock market index and tables are all provided there. So I see you there. Ask me questions if you do need to, and have a great weekend.